Hello everybody and welcome back to the stream. Sadly there will be no music this time because it seems like the royalty-free music that I've been using is not actually royalty-free. So while I search for better music, we'll probably enjoy a lot more of the sound of the 2JZ in the Drift Masters F15 that I'll be using in order to hopefully do a better job at finding the perfect qualification run of 2 laps of Vallelunga Club track in Italy. Now, there's only like 3 hours till the deadline, so that gives me maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours of a few laps. I already have something sort of submitted, but I'm not quite happy with it, to be honest. I'm probably going to want to find a better lap if I can. And since there's time, and at the end of the day, 3 hours is more than enough practice, let's go out there and give it a shot. I'm going to try to walk you through the decisions I made as far as the script goes. So basically, you know, the line that I envision around the track, because essentially we have to imagine our own little clipping points and basically run the same line for 2 laps. And you know, taking into account tire wear and all the other stuff. So guys, before at the end of the day, we're under a deadline, so I think the best thing to do right now is just jump right into it. I'm probably gonna try to find a server that has fewer people on it. There we go. So we have one with 2 people on, and here we go. So we're joining right now, and as we're doing that, whoop, I'm probably gonna have to turn down the volume on the engine just so you guys can hear me. But till then, let's just put on the VR and teleport to Italy. Yeah, give me a sec. Oh, summertime, beautiful. So, as some of you might know from my previous stream, I'm sadly in quarantine right now. The last gift of 2020 on the 31st was a bit of the virus, Corona, that is, damn it. I don't care about demonetization anymore. So we're running a custom setup with pretty long gears, and what we're gonna do, so I'm live streaming, so I can still obtain the VR video from the stream, I suppose. I just have to look for it. Normally I just record this lap. So here we go. Let's just should I disable these? They're a bit annoying. I could. Let's just leave them on for now. I do have the track over here to make sure that nobody's coming when I want to go on track. And, well, normally I stop right over here. Oh, you see. It's not a bad omen. So I generally start right over here at the red line, making my own little start line. As you know, it's kind of up to us. Way too much. So what happened there was I lost confidence in the line that I picked, and I thought it was too much into the wall, so I added too much angle to save the car. I could have probably made it, but it's a risky line that I'm taking. So as you can see, I'm trying to go on the outside on the first corner, and after that just generally try to follow the race line, well, I suppose the drift line, but that sort of intersects with the race line most places. We're running dorsal line, so here's the door, trying not to be too much on the inside clipping point. Go as much on the outside as you want. Bonus points for risky shit like this. So it's really hard to stick it right on the line. A little bit wide there, closer than late apex. Oh, that was not good. Why am I doing this? That is not a good lap. Okay, rule number 2. We interrupt the lap as soon as it turns out it's not great. And rule number 3, we exit and save the replay as soon as we have a really good lap. That is how it works. So I just waited for the other driver to have a better rule. Why am I trying this stuff? I'm being stupid. So rule number 4, I think it is, don't do, like especially now on the time crunch, don't do stuff that's in any way different from what you've practiced. Alright, here we go. Let's just tone it down, use the handbrake more. Catching it at the right time there. Oh man, I totally messed up the line there just because I went off the grass a bit. I'm getting greedy, but I know I can do one of these laps. Well, less corrections, but okay, come on. Messing around to see where the car bites there. Not a very good lap, to be honest, guys. I apologize for not giving you better entertainment, but I mean, this is a very hard challenge in my opinion. Because you want to be right on the edge, but obviously not go over it, right? Wasn't the most horrible lap in the world. Could have done better, could have done worse. There's some corrections. It's an okay lap. I think it was an okay lap. There's some corrections on the end of the parabolic. No, we will not consider that a good lap. Here we go. Where's my cola? Go. just place this a bit away from my near vicinity. There we go. Alright, so there's somebody right behind me. Okay, that's fine. You go, sir. Do your thing. I shall go back to my place. Oh. Uh-oh. That's not gonna end well. Anyway. That's why you want to use that map thing, because I try to be, you know, the purist and kind of not have any dials or anything over here. So I should probably destroy this as well, because honestly, it kind of ruins the whole experience. So we don't want the paddles, nor do we want the gears. Ah, get away from me. Here we go. So it's a bit more natural, but then consider that a GPS thingy, because yeah, you don't want to mess up other people's drive, you know. So, oh, let's wait. Looks like it's clear. It's not clear. Let's see. Whoop. Ding. All right, let's do this, guys. I honestly think I might want to take a safer approach, because here's the problem. Every time you mess up, you lose confidence. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, let me sort out the volume at least. So that's 10 out of 10. That's quite a lot. Pardon me. Alright, here we go. So I cannot monitor the stream much right now. Alright. So no new comments. Here we go. I always wonder about restream if the comment system actually works properly or not. Man, I'm not taking the right damn line. So the vector should be more towards the inside, but I keep getting greedy to get that outside just right, you know. But damn it, okay. Pace yourself. Not great at all. But let's do a lap, because otherwise I'm gonna lose all my fucking confidence like I'm doing here. Ah, come on, man. Focus. Work that clutch. That was a bad line through there. I should have went wider. Such a poor effort there, man. But, oh man, I'm understeering, messing everything up. Come on, here we go. Get out of people's way. So yeah, you mess up, you go back to the pits. Come on, let's get it together. If that's the rule, stop messing up in the first freaking corner and take it easy, man. You don't have to be on the damn line. Way too much left foot brake, but okay. I mean, it was better as far as the line went. And over here, I gotta throw it in bigger angle, otherwise it's just gonna throw me on over on the outside. Ah, come on, man. Somehow it feels like, maybe because I'm nervous or something, my best laps are the best laps. My first laps sometimes are the best laps, which is good because you want that consistency. But I need to work on figuring out why I'm doing this, right? Because this is pathetic a little bit, but that's all right. Oh, let's take a deep breath and try again. So I'm line up, check if the handbrake is working, so we don't crash the car, like I've had the pleasure doing. Here we go. Boom. Yeah! Oh, no. Man, what is wrong with me? It's like I can't make myself go less than 100%, and my 100% is not reliable. I gotta go 80%, 70%. Don't be a child. I'm really trying not to, but come on, turn it down even more. No, my line is wrong, clearly. I should probably go more towards the outside, because it opens and then it closes. That beautiful little corner. Ooh. Down like that, that is inhuman. No, that won't fly. This is such a shit lap, come on, man. Gotta get it together. Whew. Here we go. Oh, come on, boys. It's getting a bit crowded. What's going on? Oh, okay. I should probably exit just to be sure that I get the replay. No. I didn't know. I just clicked on the replay button. Alright, here we go. So replay saved. Let's reset Steam. Here we go. Alright. So I think, oh my, I didn't change to VR, did I, guys? Oh, bravo, silly me. I don't know if you saw. Hey, Luciano Rodriguez. DMAC extended the deadline 2 more days to submit the laps. Oh, okay. Well, did they? Did they really? I've not seen that. Oh, I mean, I'm still probably gonna continue doing a few laps because honestly, I have to go back to work basically. So I'm not gonna have another shot. Um, let me just quickly. No, it doesn't seem like. But maybe. I don't know. Oh, on their Instagram. Alright, cool. Let me just... because that made 0 sense. Here we go, so... let's jump over to... Instagram. Thanks, Luciano, by the way. That would be actually very good news. I kind of sound disappointed just because I was kind of looking forward to the whole, you know, pressure and limited time to kind of do the whole thing and blah, blah, blah. So I figured, you know, it would either be, you know, motivating or kind of have the opposite effect. All right, so Drift Masters. Come on. All right. Ooh, I mean, that's actually good news. Why not? Let's have a bit of fun, regardless. But it's actually a good thing because you know, everybody has a chance now to submit. For myself, I didn't get to practice as much as I would have liked, and you know, kind of left it till you know, after the holidays. And it turns out it's a bit harder, especially if you become, how should I say, a bit too ambitious. Because I could go with the racing line, that's a lot easier. I wouldn't have to go on the outside and do all the other fancy stuff and kind of go very close to various things. But at the same time, you know, part of me hopes that the judges will look at that as taking way more risk. And pulling it off even at like 95% could potentially be scored better than pulling 100% sort of, you know, less, I'm not gonna say excited, but less flamboyant lap. I'll put it this way. If you kind of go medium angle, just go on the racing line, not really close on anything, or kind of getting your ass in trouble on the rumble strips or on the outer lines. So we'll see how that plays out. Right now, guys, let's just kind of jump back over to VR and do a few laps. How about that? Here we go. Thank you so much, Luciano. That's actually really good news. I should be using Instagram more, for sure. 2021 goals hashtag. Here we go. All right, so let me just put the VR back on. Here we go. Let's see if we can get some decent laps in, shall we? Oop. I also need to figure out a way to get VR comments somewhere here, because most of the stuff I'll be doing as far as Assetto goes is still gonna be VR. It's VR or nothing, baby. There we go. Let's see if we can get all the stuff aligned. Yeah, it's a bit weird driving a left-hand drive car with right-hand drive controls. Wish the mirrors were set a bit differently so I could actually see some of the car. But alright, let's do this. Up. Go, go. Let's just concentrate on the line, guys, yeah? No fancy shit, okay, no fancy shit. Just do some clean laps with a better line. Oh, that's not what I had in mind, but okay. Back to the start. Back to the start. Here we go. What I want is to... I mean, since I started this live thing and I wasn't aware of the deadline being extended for 2 days, I suppose the goal now is to see if we can get some decent laps in and maybe to like an hour of driving, 30 minutes or something, and probably go from there. What the shit? Man. I wish I could tell you this didn't happen in practice, but I think there's just something wrong with the way that I visualize that line from this perspective in VR. I just tend to kind of throw the car vector too much on the outside. The traffic is pretty intense. Here we go. No. Yeah, you gotta use a bit of handbrake there. Or, I mean, you don't have to, but if you wanna gain consistency, because I basically wasted this lap. Just kept going to practice this a little bit, damn it. It's a really hard bit. It's harder than it seems. At least for me. Come on. We are not lowering the standards. We shall accomplish this. I look like a wet cat right there. What the shit was that? Man, the understeer is horrible. And it does that because of me. The absolute reality of the situation is, and because I didn't, should probably just reset to pits, guys, because this doesn't make sense right now. Okay, so I should probably make a confession. Here we go. The reality is right now I really don't feel very well. Today I felt really bad. I actually took some time off work as well. The only reason why I was doing this live stream was because the deadline was now, and yeah, basically, yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I got the best lap in. Now maybe I should probably do that offline in the next couple of days, if there's two more. Because right now I'm really not feeling great, and it actually kind of shows in my driving. I really can't seem to be able to focus. I guess because of the fever, and you know, eyes are a bit shot, and all the other stuff. So yeah, I suppose this is a bit of a sad stream. That I guess there's not going to be a lot of drifting. Very good drifting anyway. But what I'm going to do is, just to kind of finish this off, let's at least look at a lap or two that I have. Here we go, maybe one of the last ones, so that there's at least bit of a point in the stream, so I can show you what I've already submitted. Now, in all fairness, I have quite a few. Let me just start sharing my screen right here. So I have quite a few laps that are of various quality, I suppose, and I kind of put those together, and I might actually have some fun and maybe make a video where I put my laps against each other in a top 16, which I'm probably the only person in the world that could find that funny, but it would make sense to me. Now, at this point in time, I think here we go. This is not saying not enough, but it's not as good as it could be, right? Nowhere near, because as you'll notice, and I'll point out, there's quite a few mistakes that I made. Oh, okay. So let me just switch over to the screen. Okay. So at least if we're not going to be doing much drifting, at least I'm going to try to provide some value by walking you through a lap, the bits that I have to do in order to, well, to I suppose accomplish the script, and you know, the bits that I don't do as well on, I suppose. Here we go. That's a pretty cool shot. All right. So we're probably going to be using the track cam for this. But in the meantime, let me really turn down the volume so I know for sure that you can hear me. Yes, I think. Here we go. Is that okay? That might be a bit low in it. Here we go. I think overall the sound on this car is a bit... it's a bit strange, I suppose. Even when it's set very loud, it doesn't feel like it's super loud. It might be just me. Right, so here we go. Manji onto initiation. Just a tiny tire drop right there. Extra points or a small deduction, depends on how the judging sees it. Right over the line there. Progressively losing speed. Over into a late apex, pretty clean through there. Bit choppy here, big angle. Didn't go quite over to the inside there, but we don't necessarily want to in this type of lap. As you can see, I'm trying to avoid the insides, so because that's generally a pretty big deduction everywhere. Like in a lead lap, you want to make sure chase has room. So over there, what you've seen right there is a pretty big mistake, ish, because I had to compromise the line and I went a bit over to the inside. Big bungee there, pretty risky. right over to the pit wall, right over there on the line. There's a couple corrections here and there for sure, but generally following the same line as before. Bit of a big correction here, big wiggle. I think I was out of boost in third, and I had to quickly change to second and sort that out. Tires are already going. We're going lock to lock, full out, tire destroyer mode. Here we go. Just angled braking there, in probably 6th gear, I think. I'm not showing the stats because what's the point? It doesn't look as pretty on the stream, I suppose. So let's see that again from a drone perspective, because it's a bit easier to see where I mess up. So overall, quite a lot of corrections, not very consistent with the line in a couple of places, but generally not a bad lap, I would say. Right, so that's kind of the line I want to take, but sometimes it's really hard. So I didn't stick on the outside right till the end, but a pretty valiant effort there. It's pretty good, filling out the entire track. And just as I say that, a bit close to that inner clip, but not on the rumble strips, which is kind of what you want. You want to be right at the limit, like I'm trying to do here. So I'm trying to display as much accuracy as I can. Sometimes it works out better than other times. So a bit of left foot brake in there, and here we go. So that's a pretty big deduction. It wasn't as visible before in the other camera angle, but it's a lot more visible from drone view. Right there, putting it on the line, trying to get close, full velocity to the pit wall. Twice doing, end-to-end manji, filling up the entire track. And there we go. Following a similar line with a late apex over to the outside rumble strip. And this is I think the sector where I'm most challenged. I seem to keep messing it up. Here we go. And over here there's like I mentioned before, the goal is not to have your front wheels on the rumble strips, and as you've seen previously, my wheels were a little bit on the rumble strips on those two inside clips. Other than that, following the racing line to fill in the track as we finish our second lap with tires absolutely ready to explode. So, yes, we seem to have lost video. So that's kind of what we're looking at. And if you're curious to see how that looks like from a VR perspective, I actually have the submission video that I'm going to play for you. And I'm going to remove my current face from the equation. Oh, but yes. All right. Oh gosh, I think we might have messed something up a bit. Okay, so now I think we should have sound. Boom. This is pretty scary shit, man. And I was driving it with weather on. It was really hard on the eyes because of the snow. You might not have noticed, but instead of grass, we have snow because obviously it's winter. Yeah, so threw it in a bit hard there, but caught it, brought it back on the line, right onto the edge. In my new script, I'm actually going to go for the wall there, but I'm not doing that here in this lap. There we go. And that's where we kind of mess up because I applied a bit too much left foot brake and narrowed the line too much over to the inside. This was a close one. As you can see, it's super scary. You know, doing that type of stuff in real life would take very, very serious balls. You're basically risking the whole car, more or less. And to be fair, it's when you pick a hard lap, then yeah, you gotta be prepared to waste a lot of time on laps where small little stuff just don't work out, just because you're taking so much more risk. And yeah, I suppose it'll depend. It'll be up to the judges to gauge that. But here we go. And a bit of a boggle there, but the tires are absolutely shot. Let me see if I can figure out where. Okay, so we have all these angles. Yeah, so in my submission, I'm doing VR and then you know, outside camera. I'm not gonna lie, it's part of it is I feel that it makes the drifting look a lot better, and it does sort of help you see certain aspects fairly precisely, like for example, instead of like a drone camera, like this clip for instance. Come on, what am I doing? Come on, man. Here we go. Boom, right there. And then, you know, this line right here, right? So I suppose that kind of makes sense. At the same time, you know, the judges, if they're going to have doubts about the run, they're probably going to want to go back to the replay because we're sending that as well, so they have access to all the cameras. I'll see if I do an absolutely perfect lap, I'll throw in like 100 cameras just to you know, look good in so many ways. But yeah, this is what we're working with. I could show you another couple of laps, but I think what I should do is see if our previous, well, one of our previous replays had anything good in it, because I remember I had a pretty good first lap. Okay, so let me see. Oh, okay, Luciano, thanks, man. I'm really sorry for replying a bit late. I'm still figuring out a really good way to interact with people. I'm currently using this secondary monitor right there for OBS. Oh, shush. Alright, so let me read. Yeah, try to do the laps offline. It's nice to get 2 good laps. Your attention away. Yeah, it does. I mean, I did do stuff offline. I would have loved to do it live. Only reason I wanted to do it live is because I just felt like it's the last couple of hours, so it was kind of worth it. Yeah. Alright, so those laps are pretty good, says Luciano. To be honest, could perfect it, but not bad at all. I used 80% turbo to get better tire life. Yeah, for sure. I suppose it's if you're going to go full throttle, you're going to go through tires pretty in a pretty serious manner. But I think one of these laps that I did, I think it was right before starting the stream, just to kind of test things out. It actually turned out pretty good, and it might just be me. But I think I repaired some of the things that upset me about the first lap. Okay, so let's go. Let's see if there's anything good here. So I generally just jump around to make sure that I actually complete 2 laps. Here we go. So that was a scratch. And so you see, just that little mistake means it's not necessarily the best lap, so you might want to try again. But alright, I mean, at the end of the day, I want to pick the one that has the least mistakes. Oh, that's quite on the quite over onto the outside. Okay, this is probably not the lap. That's probably not the lap. It's probably the last lap generally. Here we go. Well, I don't think that's the start. It's pretty horrible. That's pretty horrible again. Come on, man. Not great. So it's probably not in this replay. Even if I finish this lap, it's not going to be perfect, so it makes no sense. So which one was it? Okay, so we'll just try one last replay and then we'll jump off. But I think this is... no, actually, this is the last one, isn't it? So... no, so it can't be this one. So the last replay that we will check is this, where we know we have a certified sort of qualifiable lap. I think I'm up to 13, I guess. Most of them are pretty good, but it's just, they're not perfect. So let's try the last one first, see if that's the case. Yeah, so I think this is the one. Doesn't look that promising, but let's see. Come on, buddy. There you go. It's a bit more conservative, but that's actually good. I didn't drop a tire. I could have held more angle there, but that's alright. Decent line through there. Late apex. Oh, that's a bit tentative there. I could have slowed down a bit more gracefully, for sure. Over to the wall. And decently close to that inner clip. Right on the line on that second inner clip. Right on the outside. A lot more precise this lap. And I drop a tire, but like the problem is I like dropping a tire where it doesn't slow you down in a bad way. But yeah, I shouldn't be doing that. It's just a stupid, childish thing to do. Pretty good manji so far. Ooh, that was close. Very close to the pit wall. Bringing it in. And properly dropping the tire this time though. So maybe this isn't that lap that I was looking for. I had one where there were very, very few mistakes. But then it does look quite different when you're on the outside. This is not too shabby for a second lap. Very precise with my inner clips. Right on that line. And I didn't drop a tire this time. And no inner clips were harmed in the making of this video. So overall I think this is actually a stronger lap. I think I'm actually closer to the pit wall than I am in my current best candidate, which I should mention. I have quite a few replays. I've not actually had time to view them all. Alright, so okay, Here's Luciano's lap. My lap was not 100% perfect too, but I was getting bored of the track. Yeah, man. I can understand that. Let's check this out. Can we go full HD, 180p? And let's go from the beginning. Alright. So Luciano doing a flying lap. Big initiation right there, close to that wall. Very smooth and precise deceleration right on that line, man. Ooh, that is pretty. Oh, what happened there? Okay. So chose to do a bit of a flick just to get on that outside. Hey, it's dealer's choice on the line, so if you can pull it off for 2 consecutive laps. Beautiful. Alright, cool. That's where our line differed a little bit, but for the rest of the track, very similar. Alright, super smooth and precise. Alright. And taking this outside as well. Alright, so I'm really curious about tire wear now. Alright. Alright, doing flying laps. Okay, so maybe that's how the tires last. Dude, that's so precise, man. That's beautiful. Alright. The judges asked for smooth, and this is certainly smooth. It's good stuff. Very consistent line compared to the first lap. Hitting all the zones, really modulating that throttle. Very clean. This is a brilliant lap, man. And on the same line, getting back close inside and then over to the outside. Bravo, man. Really good stuff. I love it. Honestly, way better than my stuff, in my opinion. I mean, it's like overall they're both really good, but then if you go to the pro level and you're like 92, 91, 90, 88, 89, 88 and a half, and those types of things, you got to start really nitpicking, and your lap was way cleaner as far as the line goes, precision and all the other stuff. So. Yeah, really good job, man. So this is definitely one way to do the lap. I'm curious to find out. I mean, the problem is I don't actually have a lot of time to practice. I'm probably just going to see if I feel better before the deadline and try to submit another lap till then. But I don't think I should change my strategy too much and kind of do flying laps. I think at the end of the day, if I manage to do my job well and be fairly precise with just a pit launch, that should be fine. But yeah, this is the sort of lap that the judges probably want to see. Really good stuff, man. So Chan also says, I think the hard part about this quality type is the fact that we don't have the judges' criteria. It is a hard part, but it's also, I think it's challenging and in a good way, because the judges are going to see very different laps, but you can still tell, because like it or not, you're still going to have to go through certain sectors of the track where you're going to have the same line or kind of maintain velocity. So the track will sort of force you kind of make certain decisions, just like using 80% throttle turbo just to kind of try to save up the tires or kind of try to throttle it down and lower the angle. Everybody's going to have different strategies, but the cool thing is, and I can say this having been a judge myself in real life in national and some European competitions as well, like when you can see all competitors side by side tackling the same track, even if they have different approaches, you can still tell who uh, you know, who belongs where as far as sort of I guess licensing and like pro 2 level, and then on a pro level, you know, how you kind of differentiate in between the guys, like as a judge, even if they're different laps, you can still sort of have a mental score of kind of what that what those laps would be worth, taking into account various things like difficulty for doing manji on the straight versus doing flying laps, because they're both difficult in their own challenging ways. You know, like timing and all the other stuff. So yeah, thank you, thank you, Luciano. So I think it's really cool. We did this sort of qualification for, we organized Road Drift Grand Prix. I'm just going to play this again because it's quite cool as I finish talking. So when we organized the Road Drift Grand Prix, we only had like a week to do it because of timing and all the other stuff. So I figured, you know, the best way to do licensing is have the judges look at videos of participants and also take into account their previous experience with VDC, EDC, DCGP, etc., and their track records, of course, and even from and we didn't even ask people to do it on the same track because there was just not enough time for a lot of people to do that. Besides, initially when we put out the request, we didn't expect the event to blow up and have like 130 people participate, you know, which is quite crazy. So as a judge, you can still tell the level of command a driver has over a vehicle and its line, just by watching sometimes even 5 seconds of drifting. If it's somebody incredibly good, and you can tell, you know, he puts the car exactly where they want to, like you did with this rear tire, and that's super hard on that outside. It's super hard to get that line because on the road surface there's no wedge. So at least for myself in VR, I can't actually feel when the car is dropping like it would in real life, because the tarmac would end at some point and you would feel that difference just as the tire is starting to drop off. So I don't know, I guess I'm excited. I think that 96 spots are enough, but I think that there's probably going to be at least 200 or 300 people who would be worthy to participate in a top level competition, signing up for this. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe there's going to be less than that. But it's super exciting because we'll be judged by real judges, just like we did with the road drifting, and that is very cool for virtual drifters. Because just like with VDC, you know that the level of judging is going to be top level. So then it's super important when you're competing that's the case. And more than that, as a driver, for me, it's very important to understand different judges' opinions about the way that you know, the way that I do things, and obviously take their feedback and improve my my driving. So, and different judges want different things. What is 100 points for judge is not 100 points for a different judge, and the other way around. So it's any judge sport is sort of a leap of faith that the subjective opinion of the right people is being used in order to promote competition. So yeah, Luciano, just stick with your strategy. Since you don't have that much time to spend, yeah, keep up, and I will watch you in the competition. Oh, cheers! Hey Matt Bear, thank you so much. Luciano, thanks for the tips, man. This is a very cool lap. Good luck to you as well. See you in competition. This is a very promising event, and as much as I really want to be in, and I think I should. Maybe. I mean, come on, it's 96 spot. Maybe. I hope. But even if I don't make it, I know for sure that it's going to be absolutely incredible. The driving will be killer, and I think all of us want to see a virtual drifter go up against Piotr Wicek in a 1,000 horsepower drift car at the end of this all. So yeah, super exciting times. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and hope to see you in the next stream. I might do the laps offline, but yeah, at the end of the day, it is what it is. All right, so have a good one. Take care. Bye, Luciano. Bye, Matt. Bye, everyone. Have a beautiful rest of your day.